but if it's good shapewear, it's gonna be holding you in so much that you don't even have a choice to like kind of let yourself go. Do you get it? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brenda Mang and welcome to my little space here on YouTube. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I really do appreciate it. If you are a new watcher, don't forget to subscribe if you think we vibe. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I really hope you are enjoying the channel that is Brenda Mang. So for this week's video, you guys already know this is shapewear, plus size shapewear series episode 3. Okay, and I have to say I'm running out of like bodycon dresses to show y'all these these shapewears before and after. I've had this dress for a good 7-8 years, so you know, you can kind of tell by the style that it's a little bit dated. But anyway, the purpose of the video is more so for me to show you how, you know, the shapewear looks under, you know, the bodycon dresses, so that you can actually really see the before and after and whatever difference that it makes. So this week's video, we decided to go into the shops this time, and we're doing H&M. If you're like me and you had no idea that H&M did shapewear, then we're in this together, because I genuinely did not know that they had any kind of shapewear. I had never seen it in stores, not that I've looked for it, but it was a pleasant surprise. So I was like, it was one of their sales and I was just like, let me get me some. And I have to say, most of the items that I actually wanted were sold out in my size, and I don't think this can count as a plus size, because if you're any bigger than an extra large, they don't have anything for you. I guess that's the same as Primark as well. So I guess with these high street brands, they really don't cater for people any bigger than extra large for these more affordable options. So you need to kind of up that budget a little bit if you want to get something that's bigger than an XL. So with H&M, I think the prices are about twice as much as Primark, and they're in the range of pretty little things. So the shaper pieces that I got, to be honest, I've had this for a good 3 weeks and I've been sitting on it because I haven't had time to really make the content. So as always, I didn't open it, we open it together and we try it on together and see whether or not these items are any good. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so first up we have this. So H&M do colors, so they do have a nude and they have brown and they have black, so they're really trying to, I guess, be a little bit inclusive with that. So this first piece, it is the Thong shapewear, and it is a firm shape, it is a thong firm shaper, and I got it in the color brown in an extra large. Now with this, I already kind of am raising my eyebrows at this, because as you can see, it won't go up. It doesn't look like it's high-waisted. Like, it doesn't look like it's gonna go up past just above my belly button. So we might end up with a little pudge, but let's talk about it once I try it on. Okay, so we have the first piece on. So this is the thong shaper, and I have to say, it feels so soft. Like, you know, with shapewear, it tends to kind of feel a little bit harsh and a little bit hard, because it's all just kind of really robust material that's trying to suck you in. But this feels so soft. Like, it felt really buttery, and I'm all the way here for it. Now the thong shaper, it stops just about here. Now I could pull it all the way up, so it is quite deceiving, because at first I genuinely thought it was not going to go any higher than here, but it's coming up right above, just below my bra. So there'll be just a tiny little gap between my bra and the shapewear, so you won't be able to necessarily like tuck it in under your bra. But I I absolutely love this shapewear, how it feels. Now let's talk about how it shapes, how it compresses, and how it holds. It just feels like really nice underwear. Okay, it does provide a little bit of a hold. Maybe if I was to get a size large, that would make all the difference, but I feel like I've just put on really soft firming underwear. It doesn't feel like I've been firmed up and compressed, but it definitely provides a better hold than just normal underwear. So don't get me wrong, and you will see in the before and after that there is definitely a difference in terms of like how it fits and how it kind of holds everything in. But again, the same issue that I've always had with shapewear that doesn't have shorts, it emphasizes the fupa, so it's not necessarily doing much for that area. So I would wear this again with bottoms like jeans, pants, shorts, the likes of that, not even a skirt, but with pants. Maybe if I was to go down to a size large, the lift that it provides here will be much more apparent. So I think that's probably the case. So if you are a size 16, size 18, I would probably say you would fit into this X large, and maybe the large would be for the size 14s and size 16s. So at least that's a good thing. So you know, the range goes up a bit higher than you would expect, and it fits a bit more, and I really like this. So this, I think I would score this probably a 7 out of 10, because I can still breathe comfortably, and that's not a good sign of good shapewear, honey. With good shapewear, you want to have that, you want to feel like something is like pushing up against you and holding you in. And you know, good shapewear makes you remember to stand up straight, because it really just kind of compresses you that hard, and I'm not getting any of that from this. Now let me know if you have the same standards I have. It's like, if I'm breathing a little too comfortably, you know what I mean, if I'm breathing comfortably, then I'm gonna forget and I'm gonna do this. Do you know what I mean? But if it's good shapewear, it's gonna be holding you in so much that you don't even have a choice to like kind of let yourself go. Do you get it? You know what I mean? You know, if you wear shapewear, you know exactly what I mean. So this gets a 6, 7 out of 10, purely because I feel like it could have a little bit more control and a bit more compression, but maybe that's probably to do with the sizing. So let's see how we get on with the next one. So the next one that I got is actually the shorts, because you guys know that I'm not going to review nothing if it doesn't involve shapewear shorts. So with this is their, again, firm shape lingerie in a size extra large, and this is how it's looking. I mean, you know, it does have that little thing for your bum, you know, just kind of to provide that extra lift. It does have the double layer, as does the thong, mind you. It has the double layer going on in the abdominal area. So I hope this provides the good amount of lift that I need, or compression. The only thing I'd worry about now is it's not seamless, so this part of the legs might end up being a bit visible underneath your clothes, but again, can't say nothing until we try. Okay, so we have the shapewear shorts on. Okay, I have to say it wasn't that big of a struggle to get them on, which is always a good thing. And again, they feel really soft. Like, I don't know, they feel different to all the other shapewears that I've tried. They feel really soft on the skin, and I'm all the way here for that, honey, because it's rough out there in these shapewear streets. Okay, it's rough. So when you get something that feels soft and buttery, it's really nice. Okay, so with this one, besides the softness, I wouldn't go and buy this. I think the Primark one is so much better in terms of how it holds you in compression. Now again, this could be to do, maybe if I size down to a large, I will get the hold that I'm looking for. But with this, maybe again, because the material is so much softer. Let me actually check what makes up the material. Sorry, yeah. So the material is 86 poly, 14% elastane. Okay, so it's the same material. So this is made of polyamide, and the ones that we usually wear are made with polyester. So maybe, I don't know if is that the same thing? Is that the same thing? I don't think it's the same thing, because I did chemistry and I don't think it's the same thing. Esters and amides, not the same thing. But don't quote me on that, okay? Use Google. But I think that's where that softness comes from their shapewear, that it's made not necessarily from like polyester, which is not the softest material. So I think that's where their butteriness comes from, but I also think that's where they're losing out on the compression and the hold, because the other fabric is probably a little bit more, has a bit more give, and again, the less give you have, almost like the better, because you're still looking for compression, you know. So I think that's probably where the big difference is. It feels really nice on the skin, but again, I don't feel like I'm wearing shapewear. Like if I wear this out, I'm gonna forget that I'm wearing shapewear, because it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't provide too much of a hold. Of course, any hold is better than when I don't have shapewear, 100%. Like if I lose all of my other shapewears, I have to wear this, I will happily do so. But I feel like the Primark one for half the price is so much cheaper, because I believe this is €12.99 or $14.99 if I'm not mistaken. So I'll put the prices on the screen. So it's like, I feel like it does an okay job, and the legs have the division line. I don't know if you can you see that line? Can you see that line of demarcation? So I'm not a big fan of the big line of demarcation, because it just kind of gives it away. I know it doesn't matter if, you know, someone knows that you're wearing shapewear, but I feel like it's just nice not to just put it all the way out there, like, hey, look at me, I'm wearing shapewear kind of situation. I like for it to be undetectable. So I'm not a big fan of the seams on the legs, but I feel like it feels really nice. And if I'm not, especially if I'm not looking to look snatched, this does not snatch you. It holds you, but it doesn't snatch, and we're always looking for the snatch, especially if you're wearing bandage dresses. So for my own recommendation and for what I like in my shapewear, this gets a 6 out of 10. So it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. And if I compare it to my Primark wins, okay, hands down. Between Primark, PLT and H&M, the shaper shorts, Primark is taking all of the crowns, okay? Yeah, H&M sounds not looking good, is it? So far Primark is still in the winning position. So let's just try on the next one. This one I got because, ooh, it's padded. What's with me and accidentally getting stuff that is padded? So this one I got because, you know, the whole Skims situation where you have that all-in-one type of look. I've never had shapewear like that, and I wasn't going to buy Skims because we're not there yet. We will get there. Eventually we will review Skims, but I feel like we're just slowly climbing up to it in terms of, like, you know, price points and everything else. So yeah, I was like, okay, I saw this in H&M and they had it obviously in the brown color, and I was like, I need to have a look at this and I need to see if this is any good, because it could be a good all-in-one where you don't have to worry about your bra digging into you, your shapewear is digging into you. This just provides that all-in-one solution. It has the padding on the bust, so that provides the support that you need. Although if you are quite busty, I'm not too sure how much support this little string can have, because we all know that if you're very busty, you tend to need the thicker straps so that you're not kind of, you know, they're not digging into your shoulders. So I'm excited to give this a go, and I think this is $17.99, and I got this in a large because they don't seem, the X large, I was trying to buy these for like over the span of 2 weeks, and and the X large was always sold out. So eventually I was like, listen, I need to do the video, let me grab what I can. So I grabbed the large, and judging by all the shapewears that I've tried with H&M, I actually think that was not a bad idea, because maybe I'm most likely a large in H&M Shapewear is what I'm, you know, what I've been kind of, the conclusion that I've been drawing. And at the back it has a kind of like a little keyhole situation going on here, because I won't be able to show this to you once I'm wearing it. So that's a little interesting. So yeah, let's give it a try and see how we get on with this little onesie. Sorry, I wanted to show you guys this before I put my dress on, because I felt like it's important things that you need to know and see, especially if you would be considering getting this. Now, if you were any bigger than a double D, forget about it. Like, forget about it, because I am a double D, and literally these are barely contained. I've had to do a bit of, you know, a bit of this, a bit of that, to kind of really pull it up so that it can go all the way up to cover the sides and the front, because you can cover the front but the sides be spilling out. Like, it's a whole situation. So I'm not too sure if these are big bust friendly. Even though it is a size large, I don't think if I had gotten an X large it would have made any difference because of the padding. And another con is the fact that you can't remove the padding. The padding is attached to the dress, so you're gonna have a funky situation going on in there. I just wanted to show you guys that before I popped on my dress, and the fact that you can see my belly button in this is already a big no. But let's put on the dress and see how we go with some clothes on top. Okay, so I have the dress on, and I feel kind of okay with it on. Again, it feels really nice. The fabric is really nice. Whatever fabric that they use for this shaper is really soft, but I also feel like that's a con because it doesn't provide much hold. I know it says it's supposed to be firm and shaping. It doesn't really promise any compression, but I feel like firming equals compression. Do you know what I mean? So there is a certain level of compression that's expected, but I feel like this just kind of sits on top of my body. I know this is a size large, and I had very high hopes because I thought I sized down, it's gonna really kind of because it's much smaller than it's supposed to be, but really it made no difference. It's literally just, you know, when it's just sitting on your body, it's not holding anything in, it's not shaping anything. But again, better than not wearing shapewear. You know, it still has some type of effect, just not the effect that you would really want. If you're not a big fan of shapewear, you don't like how maybe it's too tight, it's too compressing, you just want something to just smooth you out a little bit, this is the type of shapewear for you. When you just want something that's just there, this is just there, literally. But I like the color. One thing I like is the color, because right now this dress has a slit in it, okay, and there's a slit in my dress. And you can kind of see a little bit of the shaper, but not really. So, you know, it's not as blatant as the black color would be when it's like shapewear. So yeah, I do like the color. Now, whether or not the shaper is good, no bueno. This shaper, for my stance as a shaper and what I would expect shaper to do for me, I give it a 4. Literally give it a 4, because the bust area ain't doing nothing. The strings of this are already digging into me, even though I've adjusted the straps so that they fit nicely. They just can't provide the level of support that is necessary. So it doesn't give you that support that I would want. So because these are fighting to be pushed up and this is fighting to hold them up, it's digging into my shoulders, which will not be comfortable. And I imagine if I sit down and put that extra tension on them as well, it's going to be mad. It's not going to be nice feeling at all. So I might even bring it down to a 3 out of 10, to be fair. And again, it's not seamless, so that's not a positive. And it doesn't, if you're going to make an all-in-one shaper, at least put a a little thing for someone to go to the toilet, because imagine now if I need to go to the bathroom, I'm gonna need to take this dress off, need to take the shaper off, and then need to put all of that back on. That's like, where am I gonna, it's just unhygienic, because I need to hang the dress on the door in the toilet, I need to, and then put it back on my body, like what? And then if I try and hold the dress, like I'm going to drop it on the floor, which is even worse. It's just a recipe for disaster. Like, what? I know I'm an overthinker, I'm a Cancer, okay, leave me alone. We overthink, we overanalyze everything, so that's where my mind went when it came to wearing an all-in-one. But if you don't drink for the duration of the time that you're wearing this shapewear, then you might not need to go to the bathroom, so you know that part doesn't matter or affect you. But overall, with the H&M shapewear, I feel like it could be better because of whatever material that they use that is so much softer. I feel like that kind of negates the firm shaping compression that you need for shapewear. And I also think they need to consider going down the seamless route, because it is a little bit pricey. All of these pieces are over €12, so it's definitely not like, it's affordable, but you know, I feel like I could get more for what I'm paying. If Primark can give me something really good for €6, what's stopping H&M for giving me something even better for like €17? Do you get what I'm saying? That's 3 times the price of what you would get in Primark. So that's definitely something to consider. Whether or not I would recommend shapewear from H&M, I probably will never go back in H&M to buy shapewear ever again. The only reason I'll probably pop in there is for the Thong shapewear, because I just liked the color, I liked how soft it felt, and if I'm ever in a position where I'm looking for something that is minimum hold and really soft without, you know, the whole shapewear compression situation, that's definitely a go-to. But if anyone was ever to ask me about shapewear, H&M is definitely never came to mind before, it's not going to come to mind now. So that's where we leave that. Okay, I guess that brings me to the end of the video. Sorry that the light has changed. I'm shooting during the day and the sun is going in and out, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button if you're new, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos that are coming up in my shapewear series and any other videos I have on my channel. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.